You are innocent. You know this. Your lawyer knows this. But in 12 hours, you're going to sign a confession for a crime you didn't commit. Not because anyone found proof. Not because anyone found a motive. Because of a chair, a room, and 11 techniques designed to do one thing. Make your own mind turn against you. This is how it happens. Layer by layer. Layer 1. The room. It starts before anyone even speaks. The room is small. No windows. The one door is positioned behind you, out of your sightline. You have to twist to see it. This isn't an accident. Every inch of this space has been engineered by decades of behavioral research. The temperature is set slightly too warm. You notice your shirt sticking to your lower back before you even notice why you're sweating. The chair is hard, unpadded, bolted to the floor. You can't scoot back. You can't create distance. You're trapped in place before a single question is asked. This is called environmental control, and its entire purpose is discomfort. A relaxed mind holds its ground. An uncomfortable one starts looking for a way out. Any way out, including one it hasn't realized yet, is a trap. And the first way out is about to walk through that door, wearing a friendly face. Layer 2. Rapport building. The agent sits down, smiles, offers you coffee. Rough night, huh? Let's just talk. Off the record. There is no off the record. Everything is being recorded, but you don't know that yet. Your hands wrap around the paper cup, the first warm thing you've touched in an hour, and something in your shoulders drops an inch. He's asking about your kids, your job, the game last night. Small, human questions that feel like kindness. This is the liking principle at work, a well-documented rule of human psychology. We lower our guard around people who seem to like us. The agent isn't your friend. He's trained, certified, and drilled to feel like one because rapport is currency, and he's about to spend every ounce of it. For 8 minutes, this is the warmest room you've ever sat in. Then, without warning, it flips. Layer 3. The accusation. No transition. No buildup. We know you did it. Not a question. A statement. Flat. Final. Your stomach drops. An actual physical sensation. Like missing a stare in the dark, the coffee cup is still warm in your hand, but you've stopped drinking it. The friendly agent from 60 seconds ago is gone, replaced by something colder, harder, completely unmoved. This is the opening move of the Reid Technique. Direct confrontation. The goal isn't to ask what happened. It's to eliminate instantly the possibility that anything else could have happened. You start to object. I didn't. He cuts you off before the sentence finishes. Layer 4. Denial suppression. This is where most people's composure begins to crack. Every time you try to deny it, you're interrupted. Not rudely, but precisely. A raised hand. A calm, let me stop you there. Your jaw starts to ache from clenching. Your palms leave damp prints on the edge of the table. Here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. Research shows the more times someone is interrupted mid-denial, the fewer times they attempt it again. Not because they're guilty, because humans are wired to stop repeating something no one will acknowledge. Innocent people, statistically, often give up defending themselves faster than guilty ones because they still expect the truth to eventually matter. In this room, it doesn't. Not yet. Layer 5. Theme development. Now the agent starts telling a story. Your story, but rewritten. Maybe it wasn't planned. Maybe you were provoked. Honestly, anyone in your position might have done the same thing. You feel your own breathing slow down for the first time in 20 minutes. That's the danger. Relief has a physical signature, and your body just registered one. This is theme development, offering you a moral escape hatch, a version of events where what happened isn't monstrous, just human, understandable, almost forgivable if only you'd admit to it. It sounds like sympathy. It isn't. It's a carefully built on-ramp, and we are not even halfway into this room yet. Here's what you don't know yet. Your body just switched sides. The relief you felt a second ago, that wasn't your judgment working. That was your nervous system quietly voting for the exit before your mind even noticed the door. Layer 6. Minimization. The agent leans in, voice low, almost gentle. This wasn't murder. This was self-defense. Any jury would understand that. Minimization works by shrinking the perceived weight of confessing. If admitting guilt starts to feel like walking through a door marked manageable instead of a door marked life sentence, some part of the brain, the part optimizing for immediate relief over long-term truth, starts leaning toward that first door. Your grip on the coffee cup has gone slack. It's cold now. You didn't notice it go cold. Layer 7. Maximization. Then, without warning, the floor drops out. The DA wants the death penalty. There's DNA, 3 witnesses. This is your last chance to help yourself. None of this may even be true. In most jurisdictions, interrogators are legally permitted to lie about evidence, but your nervous system doesn't fact-check. Your pulse jumps in your throat. Your hands, without asking permission, start to shake, just slightly, just enough that you have to press them flat on the table to hide it. Cortisol floods your bloodstream. Your prefrontal cortex, responsible for long-term reasoning, starts losing ground fast to your amygdala, which cares only about immediate survival. You are no longer thinking about the truth. You are thinking about making the fear stop, right now, by any door that's offered. Layer 8. Silent. The agent stops talking. He just looks at you. 10 seconds pass. 20, 30, 45. The clock on the wall behind him, the only one in the building you can see, seems to slow down along with your breathing. You can hear the fluorescent light humming. You can hear yourself swallow. Humans are pathologically uncomfortable with silence. Study after study shows people will say almost anything just to fill it. In everyday conversation, the average pause before someone speaks again is under 4 seconds. This This silence has been stretched deliberately far past that threshold. You start talking, not because you're ready to confess, because the silence has become genuinely unbearable. This is exactly what he's been waiting for. Layer 9, isolation and time collapse. Hours pass. There's no clock in this room. You realize now that the one you glanced at earlier was in the hallway, glimpsed through the door for half a second. No phone, no window to track the sun sinking outside. Your stomach growls, then stops, then aches in a way that isn't hunger anymore. Your eyes feel dry from the fluorescent light. Time distortion is one of the most underrated weapons in the entire interrogation toolkit. Without external anchors, your brain's internal sense of duration begins to collapse. 10 minutes can feel like 40. 4 hours can feel like 1. This is the layer where real resistance, the kind built on genuine innocence, starts to physically run out of fuel. Layer 10, the core, false confession. 12 hours in, exhausted, disoriented, no food, barely any water, no sleep. Your own hands look unfamiliar to you now, resting on the table. The agent offers one final theme, quiet and almost kind. Just say it happened this way, and this ends. You go home. You go home. 4 words that, to an exhausted, terrified brain running on fumes, sound like the only truth left in the entire room. Your hand moves toward the pen before your mind has finished deciding. You sign the paper. Not because you did it, because somewhere between the warm coffee and the 12th hour of silence, your mind stopped being able to tell the difference between confessing to survive and confessing because it was true. Every technique you just walked through is real, documented, taught in law enforcement training manuals, refined over 80 years, built on genuine psychological research. They exist for one stated purpose, to extract the truth. But the uncomfortable reality is this: the same pressure that can break a guilty man's resolve can just as easily break an innocent one's grip on reality. And the courtroom rarely asks how a confession was obtained, only that it exists on paper. So the next time you hear the words, "he confessed," remember the room, remember the coffee going cold in your hand, remember the 45 seconds of silence that felt like an hour. Because the truth isn't always what walks out of that door. Sometimes it's what got left behind on the chair.